Okay, now we're doing section 10.2, solving right triangles. In other words, you're going to be using a variety of methods to find missing parts of a triangle. And these can also be translated to word problems, which I'll do one in the next video, showing how you draw a right triangle and then solve for what you need. First of all, I've left what these are on here so you can see. And let's go ahead and look at this. We are looking for the missing side and angles. Well, first of all, if you already have one of the angles, there's no need to do any trigonometry. All you need to do is say 60 plus 90 is 150, and 180 minus 150 is 30 degrees. So you can use the fact that three angles in a triangle add up to 180 to find the missing part, okay? So we found the angle. Then, if we're missing a side, now we can use our trigonometry. We have, let's use 60. So the side labeled 1 is the adjacent side to 60. So now choose what side you want to solve for, because that will determine which of these we use. So I'm going to choose the hypotenuse. So if I've got the adjacent, so the adjacent equals 1, and I want the hypotenuse, then I just go shopping over here and I say which of these has adjacent and hypotenuse in it. And lo and behold, cosine does. So I'm going to say the cosine of 60, because this is 60 degrees, is adjacent over hypotenuse. And then it's just a matter of solving. Multiply both sides of your equation by c. And so you have c times the cosine of 60 equals 1. So now divide both sides by cosine of 60. And you get c equals, and then you can do that all on your calculator. Make sure you're on degrees and do 1 divided by cosine of 60. And you end up with 2. So c equals 2. Once you have that, then you can use the Pythagorean theorem. So you can just say 1 squared plus b squared equals 2 squared. So you end up with b squared equals 3. So b equals the square root of 3. There are two special triangles that you're going to learn in this chapter. A 30, 60, 90 triangle, which this one happens to be. And the sides are always in this proportion. 1 square root of 3, 2. Okay? So that's how you can find it. If you already have another angle, just subtract the two of them from 180 and get the third angle. And once you get one side, you can use the Pythagorean theorem. So you only need to use trigonometry once. Let's move over to here. Let's find the missing parts of here. I believe in 14, number 14, they are asking for angle A. So let's look. Here's angle A. What are we given? Well, we're not given the side opposite, right? Because straight across from A would be this, and we're not given that. So we are given the hypotenuse and the adjacent. So again, adjacent and hypotenuse. Look over in the list and stick with just sine, cosine, and tangent because they're the ones on your calculator. So we can say the cosine of A equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Well, how do you punch that into your calculator? Well, you use your second button and punch in second cosine, and it'll come up with cosine -1, and then punch in 40 divided by 41, and you come up with 12.68 degrees. So A equals 12.68 degrees. So you use your second button, and you end up with a display that looks like this, and put in that, and it will give you your angle. So that's how you find your angle when you're given sides. And then once you have that angle, then you can use the fact that they add up to 180 to find your missing part. And you can use the Pythagorean theorem to find that part. So there really is only the need to use trigonometry once per problem. Now this last one, they want all of these things, so let's look at it again. Well, first of all, angle y would simply be 90 plus 60, which is 150, so 180 minus 150, so angle y would be 30 degrees. So now let's use one of our trigonometric functions to find something that's missing. Now let's find y this time because I want to use something different than cosine. So if we do 30 degrees, then the adjacent side is 4. So this is the adjacent side, and if we want to find y, this is the opposite side. So adjacent and opposite. Let's look over here. Which one of these has adjacent and opposite? The tangent. So let's say the tangent of 30 degrees equals y over adjacent, which is 4. So now we just multiply both sides by 4. So this will cancel. 4 times the tangent of 30, you can easily find on your calculator. 4 times tangent of 30, and you come out with 2.31. So y is 2.31. Side z, we can just use the Pythagorean theorem. 2.31 squared plus 4 squared, and then we get the square root of that, and it comes out to 4.62. So Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, in case you've forgotten, and c is the hypotenuse. You don't need to worry about which one is a and b because it's just the two sides.